There you are, Your Majesty.
Oh, Nineheart. I thought I might stretch my legs a bit.
Your body is still adjusting to Shinsu's power. You should rest.
If I were to let myself rest, I'd grow far too fond of it.
You would never succumb to sloth if that's what you suggest. But you do seem particularly restless today. Are you well, Empress?
I never could hide anything from you. I'm the first Empress to walk these grounds since Arya, centuries ago. And the power of Shinsu, power to protect Ereve, it's faint now. Nowhere near what the legends claim it was.
So the Black Wings thought when they attacked the barrier. But the barrier stands thanks to your good judgment. Faint though the power may be, you used it well.
It was your wits that protected us, Nineheart. Without you, Ereve would have fallen for certain.
You flatter me, Empress. And you have no need for modesty yourself.
I speak no flattery, Nineheart. Only gratitude. Regardless, and even with the Cygnus Knights on the rise, there's always more work to be done. After all, there are centuries of lost time to make up for.
On that subject, history speaks of a Guardian Stone, a jewel that protected Ereve in its day. The name of that jewel was Shinsu's Teardrop. There are gaps in the record, as always, but we do believe the story is true, and the stone had that power. Contemporary sources describe Shinsu's Teardrop as priceless, irreplaceable. Imagine if it could protect Ereve in your name. None could deny your lineage or your right to rule. Only one complication. As you've no doubt inferred, the teardrop is nowhere to be found. All we know from the records is that it was lost along with its most recent guardian.
It had a guardian?
Yes, a personage known as the Knight of Light, who reportedly held some connection to Shinsu's power, I might add. If we can track down this knight, or whatever might remain of him, we may recover the teardrop in the process. The Knight of Light, possessed of a noble and virtuous soul. When his sword strikes, the ocean splits. When his shield rises, lightning flees. But who could be worthy of such power? Who deserves to carry the soul shield? Only the Knight of Light, ordained by the light itself, can make that shield shine. And when its true power awakens, the shield and the knight become one, made whole. Upon that shield is a secret, in the form of a mysterious jewel, called Shinsu's Teardrop. It holds the collective will of our land's people. Only the Knight of Light can hold that jewel in his hand. One day, I shall become the Knight of Light. With the jewel in my hand, I will make a wish. For with that wish, my brother will return to life, and Father's heart will heal.
The truth is, there was no farming accident. There was a monster. Little more than a wild dog, but wild indeed.
Huh?
He was younger than you are now. I had started teaching him the sword, but he was still so small. As soon as I heard the screams, I ran to him, but I was too late. The monster lay dead beneath him. Their blood pooled together. All my strength, and I could do nothing for him.
Father.
So you understand why I keep you safe.
I do understand.
I'm proud of you. And you're all I have left, you know. There's nothing more precious in the world to me. Not even the prospect of bringing back your brother. Don't misunderstand me. I love you both. But you're alive. I could never gamble with your life for his. My sole priority, above all else, is my only child.
I understand, Father.
Help! Someone!
Hey! Run! Get out of here!
What about you?
Go! Are you well, miss?
Yes. Yes, I believe I am. Thank you.
They scratched your leg. Not deeply as far as I can see. Can you stand? If you come with me, I can dress your wound. My home's not far from here.
No need. As you say, it's only a scratch. Thank you, kind stranger. Oh.
Huh? Empress! Empress, are you hurt?
I'm well, Nineheart. Thanks to this gallant soul. I am in your debt. Good night. Nineheart, you said I had a connection to the Night of Light, did you not? I believe you're right. In fact, I believe the night stands before us.
That youngster there. Are you sure?
I felt a certain energy flowing from his hand, from his shield as well. The same energy as Shinsu. We have found the Night of Light. I have no doubt of it.
Truly. Well, apologies for the interruption, good Sir Knight. May I formally present Empress Cygnus of Maple World. And I am Nineheart, the Empress's tactician. The Empress? I am Mihile. It's an honor to meet you.
A fine name. My thanks again for your noble valor.
My pleasure, Your Majesty.
Welcome back, Your Majesty. Ah, a newcomer. A new knight, perhaps?
Yes, indeed.
The Empress believes he may be the Knight of Light we've been searching for. This is Kidan, Ereve's Master-at-Arms. Well, Mihile, introduce yourself. Hello, I'm Mihile.
Oh, the Knight of Light! Found at last!
He hasn't awakened yet, mind you, but Her Majesty sees his potential. Of course, awakening a Knight of Light is far from an exact science.
Don't worry, Mihile. I believe in you. You are the Knight of Light. It's in you, I know it. They'll see it soon.
Thank you, Empress.
Well now, you remind me of someone. That face. Is your father's name Chromile by any chance?
No, it's not, I'm sorry.
My mistake, pardon me. Chromile was the name of the previous Knight of Light. His son would be about your age.
Regardless, the Knight of Light is not some hereditary title.
True indeed. Oh, where are my manners? A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Sir Knight in Training.
The pleasure is mine. If there's nothing further.
Empress, welcome back.
Thank you, Shinsu.
I sense your fatigue, Majesty. You bear the fate of many on your shoulders. Do not push your body beyond its limits.
I'll take that under advisement, yes.
Shinsu has been here since the time of the very first Empress. Through Cygnus, she expresses her power, as she did through all the Empresses of old. Their hearts are one, and as one, they protect this land. And that makes it our job to protect them. We're building an order of Cygnus Knights to do just that.
Who goes there? Identify yourself!
I have no business with you.
Knights, arrest him!
Halt!
What if I don't?
Silence! Throw down your weapons and surrender!
I'm afraid I can do neither. You have something that belongs to me.
What?
Look, I really don't have time for this.
For the last time, surrender!
Oh, Rev. Always taking what you want and hoarding it from the rest of us.
Oh! It's you!
Keaton, are you okay?
Some head of security, aren't I? I'm fine. But the Empress is in danger. Hurry, the intruder went that way. Be careful. He's strong. Stronger than all of us.
Understood. Whoever you are, would you please hold on a moment and talk?
A stuffed shirt from nowhere and a girl playing princess. It's embarrassing. But you know what's even more embarrassing? You. I let you take the kid. What was the plan? Were you going after the jewel inside the shield? Were you going to wish for this place to be all shiny and glorious again?
Wish? You think Shinsu's teardrop grants wishes? No. Please listen. We had no such designs. Not for the Night of Light or Shinsu's teardrop. The Night of Light is simply a protector. For myself, for Ereve, and for the world. We only helped him realize his destiny.
Well, that sounds pretty. Now where is he?
Empress! Mihile! The shield! Huh?
Mihile!
Father? Why are you here?
Mihile! Look at you! The Night of Light. Finally! I'm proud of you. You're the man you were always meant to be. Now let's bring him back. My son. Your brother. Hurry. The jewel in your shield. Shinsu's teardrop. Give it to me.
Father, what's going on? Did you hurt all those people? All those innocent guards? The knights? Even the Empress? Father, why? Why are you doing this?
Guards, knights, empresses. Is your heart with them or with your brother?
What?
Why did you want to become the Knight of Light, Mihile?
To save my brother and make you proud.
Proud, yes. And now that you are the Knight of Light, what's the next thing you should do?
I should give you the jewel, but...
What? Mihile, I trusted you. I always trusted you to see this through. And you've always listened to me. What have they done to you?
No! Mihile!
You can't give it to him!
What's holding you back here, Mihile? Don't you remember the 3 sacred rules? Which one of those was the most important?
Take special care to protect your loved ones, above all.
Right. Now, who do you love?
Shinsu's teardrop is meant to protect Ereve, not to be given away. Not to anyone.
Is that who I am? Just anyone? I guess you didn't hear what the boy just called me. Listen, Mihile. These people are trying to pull us apart. You heard it straight from their own lying lips. They want the jewel for themselves. Protect your loved ones above all. Do it for my family, for our family.
Mihile, no!
That's enough out of you, stuffed shirt!
Reinhardt! Mihile, please, think this through. You are the Knight of Light. You have a calling to protect me, to protect this land, and the world beyond it.
Empress.
No son of mine is so easily manipulated.
Father, wait. The second sacred rule. Respect and defend those weaker than yourself. Look around. All those guards. Reinhardt, even the Empress. Aren't they all weaker than you, Father?
Mihile, they deceived you and took you away. You have a calling to protect her, to protect their land? Isn't that a little convenient? They want your power for themselves, that's all. They look weak, but it's a ploy for sympathy. It's part of their lies. Remember the first rule. Recognize the truth and stand by it. Take a good look. You'll know who to believe.
Father. No.
You made the right choice, Mihile. You did just what I asked.
No.
Holy Goddess of Light, please, hear my prayer and shine your mercy upon me. I ask you to revive my only son. Please, Goddess, hear me. Please. He's all I have. I need to see him again. He's my only family. Please. Are you listening to me? Did I not pray correctly? Did I not beg enough? What is it you want from me? Look at what I've gone through to bring him back! Is that not good enough for you?
Father, are you...
Get out of my sight! And don't you ever call me that again! Only one boy ever had the right to call me father, and it wasn't the son of some worthless knight!
Father, what are you saying?
Oh, Mihile. Loyal as a dog, and just as dumb. It was worth the time I took to raise you, not like I had anything better to do hiding in the mountains all those years.
I know you. You're that student that Chromile expelled. And he was right to do it.
Why? Because I cared too much. Because I wouldn't give up. Because I wouldn't take no for an answer.
Ugh.
Oh, let me bring you up to speed, Mihile. When my son, my real son, died, I knew there had to be a way to bring him back. So I searched everywhere. Then I found out about that jewel. Shinsu's teardrop, the miracle maker. But of course, not just anyone could use it. Not without the Knight of Light freeing it from the shield. So I went looking for him, and I found him. Chromile. I convinced him to take me in as a student, a potential successor. It wasn't easy. He was impossible to please. But I had to try. The only way to get to that shield and the jewel was to lick his boots. So I gave my all to become the Knight of Light, but he refused to recognize me for it. He never even let me lay a finger on that shield. So I did what I had to do.
Aten. What are you doing here?
Let me ask you a question, sir. Why don't you ever let me hold the shield? You trust the others with it, but not me.
And what's the difference between you and them? You ought to know the answer by now. But you haven't learned it, and it's clear you never will. Lay down your sword and go home.
But...
You're obsessed with that shield, Aten. I've known from the start. We all have. There's no light to be found in that obsession. Not in the shield, and not in your heart. Only darkness. There's a better path for you elsewhere. I'm sure of it. Farewell.
No! I can't leave. Please, expel me if you have to, but please, just once, let me use Shinsu's teardrop.
Is that why you covet the shield? Because of the jewel?
My son, his life was too short. I need that jewel to bring him back. I only need to hold it one time.
I can't imagine what you must be going through, Aten. But no, I can't allow that. Shinsu's teardrop cannot and should not be used for one single person's wish. I'm sorry, but there's nothing for you here.
Please, go in peace.
No matter what I said, no matter how I pleaded, he wouldn't listen. But that wasn't the end of it. I couldn't give up when I was so close. I spied on him until I saw him leave on a trip with his family. I figured he'd have his guard down. It'd be the perfect time to steal the shield.
Who's there? Chromile, is that you? What are you doing here? Stay away from Mihile!
Look, I'm not here to hurt anyone. Not if you give me the shield.
The shield?
The shield of the Knight of Light! Don't you dare play games with me! That's right. Bring it over here. Nice and easy.
Mihile, I've got you. It's okay.
You sneaky little...
Rakella, what's wrong? What the... Aten!
Stay back! Unless you want to lose your son, too. This did not have to happen, you know. All you had to do was listen. It's funny. I assumed you didn't have any kids. That's the one excuse I made up for you, that you couldn't have known what it meant to be a father. But you did. And you still said no. Now I'll ask you one last time. Are you going to give me the shield or not? Your son or the shield? It should not be much of a choice.
Let me ask you first. If your son were here, if he saw what you just did, what would he say to you? What would he think of you taking innocent lives to save his own? I may have stopped you from becoming a knight, but you could have been a man he'd be proud to call father. And you chose not to be. I can promise you that even if you do get your hands on that stone, your wish will never come true.
You think I'm an unworthy father? You think you can say that to me? One-on-one, he could have beaten me. In fact, that's when he gave me this scar on my eye. But there were 3 of us in that room. His son's cry distracted him. And that was all I needed to slip past his guard. He put on a hell of a show. Made me tear up a little. I thought he might finally hand over the shield. But all he did was crawl toward his son, croaking out the boy's name, probably trying to give him one last hug. I suppose I could have handed him the boy before he bled out. But I was too busy with the shield, which didn't shine at all for me. It didn't do anything. Chromile had been right all along. I can't quite describe the despair of that moment. But then I saw a ray of hope. A single remote possibility, 15, 20 years away, and only if I stuck with it. That kid could be the future Knight of Light. That's right, Mihile. The shield truly is the reason you're alive. From there, it was obvious what I had to do. If I couldn't become the knight myself, then I'd raise the real knight to obey me. So, I became your father. My son became your brother. It was a simple enough story. You had no reason to doubt it. I raised you on bedtime stories about your brother, and about becoming the knight to step up and save him. Of course, I burned everything to do with Chromile, even the scene of the accident. I even released trained hunting dogs around the countryside, just in case you left without me knowing. You were such a good boy, always listening to me, never suspecting a thing. And now, look where it got us. It was useless from the start. There never was a way to bring my son back. I spent decades of my life and spilled gallons of blood over a useless rock. What a joke.
You're a monster!
No, he's not. I've met monsters. You're lower than that. You murdered an innocent mother and father. You kidnapped their child.
I just told you that! What's your point? Look at me now, I've got nothing to lose. No reason not to play this out. Tell me, how do you see this ending? You know whose fault this is? Whoever made up that story about the magic wishing rock. Now I wonder, who here was responsible for that? The one who's lived here longest? The head of security, whose entire force couldn't stop one person. The bookworm who can barely lift a book? No, this isn't on any of you. It's on her. Empress! Don't misunderstand. I'm not saying you started it yourself. You're too young for that, obviously. But you should have known. Your ancestors sowed the seeds here, and now it's time for the harvest. And if you think it's unfair, you can blame it on them when you meet them. Rest in peace, little Empress.
Father, is it true? You killed the Knight of Light and his wife and tried to use me. Did you?
How do you want me to answer that, Mihile? Think back to the sacred rules. Recognize the truth. And if you look at everything you see here with a clear eye and a clear heart, you'll know everything I said back there was an act. You're my own flesh and blood, and I love you.
What?
Look at your face like a puppy! As soon as I show you any affection, you just go along with whatever I say. You weakling. Now get out of here. I'm done with you.
Father?
Why? Why would you save me? I killed your family. I lied to you every day, so why?
Father, Atten, you're the only family I have. I can't ever trust you again. Maybe not even look at you. But I'm not going to let you die in front of me.
Never in my life, not for a moment, had I ever thought of him as my son. But even after he knew the truth, he still reached out and caught my hand. Maybe Chromile was right. I was an unworthy father.
What are you doing? Stop! Wait!
I didn't hear the last thing he yelled to me. I don't want to know what it was. Now, I can see my son. My son.
Mihile,
Empress? That man. He always told me a knight had to recognize the truth. But he was lying the whole time. And I couldn't tell the difference at all. I'm no proper knight. I'm just a fool with a broken shield. What happens now?
Mihile, you're a true Knight of Light, and always have been. Even when you didn't know true from false, you still knew right from wrong. You stood between me and a killer's sword. And even when you knew the truth about Atten and everything he'd done, you still did all you could to save him. You have the heart of a great protector. This world needs people like you. So does Ereve. And so do I. As for the shield, take a look. Do you feel it? It's the light, Mihile.
The light? Are you?
It's good to see you, my son.
You're my real father?
I'm an echo of your real father. When Atten attacked me, I poured all of my power into the shield to protect you. What you're seeing now is that same power, manifesting into a kind of spirit.
Then the shield shining, even though it was broken, that was...
My final effort to protect you. Yes.
And the values I was taught. They were all just to make me the pawn of a lying murderer. How do I know anything's true anymore? What am I supposed to do?
You may feel that you've lost your way, Mihile. That's natural. But the truth is, you already know what to do. Who to protect with your strength and your compassion. Stand by the Empress. All she represents and all the people she cares for. If you didn't have the heart to do that, the shield wouldn't have shone for you. But it did. And that proves you're worthy to be the Knight of Light. The Empress believes in you. So do the people. And soon enough, I hope you will too. It's almost time for me to go.
No, please, just stay a little longer.
Your mother and I will always be watching over you.
Father!
I'm glad I could talk to you. Just this once. I love you, Mihile. My son. Now please, go. Stand by her side. And protect the world. Your home. In my place.
Father...
Welcome back.
Mihile, Knight of Light, salutes you, Empress.
At ease. As you may recall, the Royal Court has made efforts to expand the Cygnus Knights, and our efforts begin to bear fruit. Allow me to introduce the newest members of the peerage. You are all stronger together than alone. More than that, I hope to see you all become close friends.
Oz, Magician of Fire, salutes you, Empress.
Irena, Bowman of Wind, salutes you, Empress.
Eckhart, Thief of Darkness, salutes you, Empress.
Hawkeye, Pirate of Lightning, salutes you, Empress.
Welcome, one and all, Cygnus Knights. You shall ride together as brothers and sisters. And thus, my first command is for all of you to spend time and grow acquainted.
To that end, Your Majesty, might I suggest we to excuse ourselves? Carry on, knights. Talk amongst yourselves, please.
You must be Mihile, the Empress's knight. I've heard a lot about you. Good to meet you.
Likewise, Irena.
Are you having a private conversation, or can we all join in? Also, we're all the same age here. We don't have to be all stiff and regal all the time.
Same age? Anyone can see I'm the youngest.
What if I want to be stiff and regal?
Nah, let's not go walking on eggshells. Loose and common is fine with me. Eckhart, right? What do you think?
I don't care.
I can drop the formality if you like.
Okay, that's one of you. Good. All right, let's go around and introduce ourselves, nice and casual. I'll start. I'm Hawkeye. I'm a sailor. I go where the wind takes me.
I'm Mihile, the Knight of Light. Looking forward to working with you all.
I'm Oz, just a regular fire magician.
I'm Irena. I think we're all going to make a great team.
Eckhart, thief.
All right, looks like we're all introduced. Shall we turn the floor over to Nineheart?
You felt his eyes on you too, huh? It's hard to talk amongst ourselves when you're staring at us, mate. You're just making it awkward.
You're back!
Oz, are you okay? Did you get hurt?
Not a scratch.
We're fine too, thanks for asking.
Oh, Hawkeye, Irena.
I've cleared out most of the cave. The rest of them retreated back into the depths. I still want to know why they bothered coming out in the first place. I wouldn't think most of them would even find the exit on their own.
I did find one possible clue, but... Well, let's get back to Ereve for now. We can look into it later.
Yeah, whatever it is, Nine-Odd will figure it out.
Anyway, where's Eckhart?
I'm here. I've been here.
Eckhart, why'd you take off on your own?
To accomplish the mission. Let's go back home if we're done.
And he's off.
Well, he's not wrong. Let's get out of here.
Do you remember what you said, Empress? Ever stronger, together as one. That's not just for knights, you know.
You suggest we join forces with others outside of Ereve?
I do. We knights will give it our all, of course. But against an army? Well, the more the merrier, so to speak.
I have a responsibility to my people. Their well-being rests on my shoulders. But if I call on others to ease that burden, is that prudence or indolence?
I am no expert on the ethics of rulership, but I do know one thing for certain. Whatever decision you make, I will always follow you.
Thank you, Mihile. Your faith is the foundation beneath me.
Mihile, you're here. Nineheart, what's the emergency? For some reason, our knights are turning on one another. It's as if they're bewitched.
Is someone trying to split us up?
We might have a spy to deal with.
That doesn't seem to be the case so far. Shinsu is doing what she can to keep the rest of the knights pacified for now. What about the Empress? Is she safe? That I do not know. What? To my shame, I lost sight of her in the chaos.
Then our priority is to find her. Nineheart, whatever shame you feel, we need your orders, sir.
Yes, indeed. Go, all of you. Stop the wayward knights and protect the Empress.
Yes, sir!
Understood.
Back in a bit.
I don't want to harm my allies, but they're not giving me much of a choice.
Okay, Oz. You can do this. Just pretend you're sparring with them. Everybody, when you feel this hurting, it means stop!
They look like hoblins after too many rage berries. They're mad. Too far gone to even see their own allies. Whatever madness drives you in this moment, the winds of clarity will soon sweep it away. Listen, and remember.
This is just embarrassing. I can't believe I'm on the same team as you jokers. Yeah, that's far enough.
Hey there. Hi, mates, I'm talking to you. All right. Guess I gotta teach you some manners.
Empress!
Mihile!
Are you all right?
Thanks to you.
How did this happen?
Mihile, behind you!
What now? Empress, be ready to run.
Mihile?
Just go and let me handle them. I'm not going to let them hurt you.
And I won't see you hurt in my place. Though perhaps you wouldn't be.
How did I get here?
Good. You've come to your senses. You should get back to your posts. Well, now that we have the situation under control, I have important news for you all. Per the Empress's wishes, we shall now appoint our 5 chief knights. As it stands, the Cygnus Knights are organized into 5 units, but none of those units have leaders of yet. And no army, however fine their soldiers, ever won a battle without leadership. The Empress and I have evaluated each of you.
And we have each made our decisions. Are we in agreement, Nineheart?
We are indeed, Empress.
As Empress of Ereve, and as a citizen of this beloved land, I thank you all for your heroic deeds. In honor of your contributions, we entrust you each with a new position. Oz, the brilliant Magician of Fire.
Oz, Magician of Fire, salutes you, Empress.
You will lead the Blaze Wizards, the Knights of Fire. Receive the power of Ignis, and may your flames grow ever stronger.
Yes, my Empress.
Irena, the unrestrained Bowman of Wind.
Irena, Bowman of Wind, salutes you, Empress.
You will lead the Wind Archers, the Knights of Wind. Receive the power of Ventus, and may your sweet song reach every ear.
Yes, thank you, Empress.
Eckhart, the devout thief of darkness.
Eckhart, Thief of Darkness, salutes you, Empress.
You will lead the Nightwalkers, Knights of Darkness. Receive the power of Umbra, and may your silent judgment bind the unwary.
As you wish, Empress.
Hawkeye, the thunderous pirate of lightning.
Hawkeye, Pirate of Lightning, salutes you, Empress.
You will lead the Thunderbreakers, Knights of Lightning. Receive the power of Fulgar, and may your thunderbolts split the waves with impunity.
Thank you, Empress.
Which leaves one more unit, the Dawn Warriors, who represent the light of our nation's soul. Mihile, before I say anything more, I would like to confirm one thing. You know your duties well as the Knight of Light. You have shown great responsibility for Ereve's well-being and my own. More than that, you exemplify the light itself. I ask that you use that light not only to protect, but to inspire. What say you, Mihile? Will you accept the mantle of the Dawn Warrior's Chief Knight?
If that is what you desire, Empress, then I accept willingly.
Thank you, Mihile. Mihile, Knight of Light, may the gleam of your spirit shine upon the world. And of course, we need you there, Mihile. I need you to protect me from danger.
By your side, Empress.
Mihile, are you trembling?
Don't worry, Mihile. We've got your back.
Yeah, it's not like you're doing this alone.
Of course, you're right. Thanks.
Don't thank me. I'm just here to do the job.
Enough chatter. We leave at once. You're here. Go directly to the conference chambers, please, and keep a close eye on Her Majesty. When you're ready, Empress. Wait, Kiku! Why are you here? What happened to you? Company, halt!
Kiku, are you okay?
Never mind me. Ereve is under attack!
Attack? From who?
Shinsu? What happened to Shinsu?
Shinsu was still fighting when I came to get you, but...
Wait, Kiku, who's leading the attack? Did you see their face?
I don't know. A man, gray skin, purple hair.
Anybody know that guy?
Your Majesty, we must postpone the meeting. Ereve needs every knight we have.
Indeed. I'll go back as well.
Empress, you'd be walking into a war zone.
We'll protect you there if you choose to go, Your Majesty. But please do choose carefully.
If I were to stay, you would have to stay with me, and the knights would be split in two.
Indeed. This may be a feint to spread out your bodyguards, and then strike at you. Our greatest forces are united here and now. We'll return to Ereve together, and inform the Alliance when we can.
Is that him? Should we go after him, Nine-Eyed?
Or we could let him go. Nah, let's go after him.
Hold. Our priority is to safeguard Ereve.
This is horrible.
Knights, take stock of the injured.
The enemy might still be here. Wait! Shinsu!
Shinsu!
She's created a barrier. Impossible.
Empress!
Cygnus, are you okay?
Yes, I think I might be.
Welcome back, Mihile. Allow me to begin. Before the invasion of the Black Mage, when the previous Empress, Aria, still lived. You are Afrian's... What brings you here, Dragon Mage? What is that? Hence, this seal stone of yours. I had no reason to refuse, and so I became the seal stone's keeper. Soon after, Empress Aria lost her life to the Black Mage's commander. It was a terrible tragedy, and Aria was not our only loss that day. Her loyal bodyguard, the Knight of Light, stood with her as always. But in the end, he was overpowered. The Black Mage's commander struck him down and sundered his shield. We thought all was lost, but fortunately, the light remained. Aria's knight had a protégé, someone to take up his mantle. It couldn't have been easy for him, having lost both his master and his empress in the same day. But in his eyes, I saw the resolve to protect Ereve.
So you gave him the seal stone?
Yes, I lacked the power to protect it myself at the time.
Because you didn't have the Empress.
Indeed. We reforged the Knight of Light's shield and placed the seal stone upon it. The Knight's protégé took up that shield and became the new Knight of Light. And so, he protected the seal stone. Under another name, that is.
Shinsu's teardrop.
The same. I wept for Aria that day. And so, for many years, each Knight of Light inherited the shield and the seal stone. That is, until your father, Chromile. Centuries passed until finally, a new Empress came to Ereve. And now, thanks to you, our seal stone is secure as well.
With or without the seal stone, I am the Knight of Light, protector of the Empress, protector of Ereve and of Maple World. I could ask for no greater calling.
Good. Hold that resolve in your heart.
I made a medal from the broken shield, a keepsake of your father, Chromile. I can think of no better gift from an empress to her knight.
Your Majesty is as gracious as she is benevolent.
I am glad for your care and your company, Mihile, Knight of Light.
Thank you, Empress.